What happens when biology decides to imitate metallurgy? For centuries, travelers crossing the most unforgiving routes reported feverish visions, creatures forged in pure gold, isolated from the world by societies that idolize them. An isolated genetic heritage sculpted to master the absolute rigor of hell. The Karakum Desert does not forgive flaws. Natural selection acted quickly. In this geological forge, survival demanded a secret and bizarre nutritional care. During freezing nights and scorching days, the animals were wrapped in felt blankets. Modern science reveals that the metallic sheen is not a color, but a trick of optical physics. Unlike common hairs, the core of an Akhal-Teke hair is hollow, acting as a natural prism. This unique biological design was polished through rigorous care and continuous manual buffing. Looking at an Akhal-Teke today is to face a genetic and historical paradox, living proof that the rarest and brightest things are sculpted from the brutality of rigor. For the Teke tribe, this horse was not a luxury, it was a weapon. They carried out lightning raids across vast expanses of barren, deadly desert. The anatomy was forged for extreme endurance, not for heavy traction. The narrow chest cuts through the hot desert wind like a precision blade. They could march for days with almost non-existent amounts of water and food. An organic machine designed for exhaustion that would kill any other European breed. But the desert demands more than just a resilient body. It demands an unbreakable mind and a loyalty that borders on fanaticism. The Akhal-Teke is famous for being a one-person horse. Separated from their original breeders, they developed severe cases of biological depression. They were not raised in open pastures, they lived tied to the tents. A psychological symbiosis designed to ensure that human and animal were one single being. How does a half-ton mammal survive extreme desiccation? The answer is hidden in its microstructure. The bones of this animal are different. They possess a bone density comparable to the hardest ivory in nature. The elongated neck acts as a cooling tower for the bloodstream. The translucent skin lacks subcutaneous fat, instantly dissipating heat outward. They sweat very little. Every drop of hydration is obsessively preserved by the organism. In 1935, the breed proved its supreme endurance, a historic journey from Ashgabat to Moscow, 4,300 kilometers. They crossed the Karakum Desert in just 3 days. That was 360 kilometers without a single drop of water. While other breeds would collapse and die in less than 24 hours, the golden blood of the desert completed the march with no permanent biological damage. But anatomical perfection was almost the decree of its own extinction. When the Soviet Union advanced and mechanized the cavalry, beauty held no tactical value. They were considered obsolete. Animals too small and slender for industrial agriculture. The horse of absolute heat was not made to pull plows in the European cold. Thousands of pure, ancient bloodlines were summarily sent to slaughterhouses. The blood that survived the desert's fury was almost erased by human bureaucracy. The breed fell to critical numbers. Only a few dozen pure specimens remained. If the Akhal-Teke exists today, it is thanks to civil disobedience and local passion. Breeders hid the best mares in remote caves and deep canyons. They risked their own freedom to protect the living heritage of their ancestors. Slowly, in recent decades, the jewel of the Karakum began to be rebuilt. A slow genetic rescue process to restore the perfect optical and biological machine.